So I start. I think this whole presentation shows how surrogacy can be made legal in Europe. I think there are very good ideas how to educate people to show that it's not about gender selection. It's not about certain reproductive procedures. It's about surrogacy as its own. And we in Germany try to have direct contact to the new elected parties now. So hopefully they will do a coalition together. But we are working on providing information how surrogacy can be legalized in Germany. And we are hopeful that at least we go one step further to modernize the whole reproductive scene in Germany, because there's a lot of improvement. And in addition, we have the opposite. The Ethics Council already said when we legalize surrogacy, there has to be a sort of compensation for the surrogate. So they are one step further than the politics in Germany. And even the medical associations for reproductive procedures or reproductivity already said we have to change laws to make family building possible for heterosexuals. And I think this is what we are mainly a LGBTQ organization going for gay couples or gay parents, gay intended parents. But we now include the voice of heterosexual couples because we are tending to be stronger to go first with the heterosexual and go and then do the next step for gay couples.
Well, first of all, I think scientific research is very important to have in your pocket when you're speaking to politicians or your neighbor that doesn't agree with your family situation. Because if you say, well, there is scientific research and you can point out a few bullet points, you have one, or you've opened a dialogue. So you can say, from scientific research shows that the children are okay, and the parents are okay, and the surrogates are okay, and everybody's okay. So that's important to have. And Middag Gewenst also have, what you said, a library on the website, and it's more and more expanding. So that's one thing. I think collaborating with other parties like NELVA, or in Netherlands we have a big gay platform, COC it's called. We are collaborating a lot with them. There's also a new foundation, Stichting Zwanger voor een Ander, Pregnant for Another, that's the translation. That's very important to have a voice for surrogates, for intended parents, to create legislation to politicians and to create visibility in the media. So that's one thing. And I have another thing. Yeah, I think it's good to educate, what you said, educate everyone around you. So if it's not in the newspaper or in the media, politicians don't care. It's not existing, so they don't care. So that's why it's important that we are in the media, and we have to fight for our rights and the rights of our children and families and surrogates and everyone. Thereby, a lot of surrogates loved being surrogates. So it is indeed not a punishment or suppressing, or they just love giving birth to a child that they carried for other people. And I think it's wrong to eliminate those actually rights to enjoy being pregnant for another. And also, I think it's okay to educate the families, for the intended parents, how to deal with the surroundings, but also the internal stigmas that you have around being two dads, and maybe not
normal.
Yeah, not normal. Normal is a bad word, I think.
I said it's conventional.
Yeah, it's conventional. No, but educating the intended parents about the scientific results, that they are okay, and you are not punishing or taking away some things like you don't provide for a mother in a relationship, or that's So if you have scientific results, you can give that to them and educate your kids. Talk to them at a young age. Talk to about your family story, your own story, how your family created, so they are more resilient on the in their lives. So they say, yeah, you have a mommy and a daddy and 2 dogs, and I have 2 daddies and a goldfish. That's our family, and that's okay.
And we have a library of English books for children as well.
Yeah.
But I know there are some in other languages, so please, take advantage of that. So quickly, if we could get, if Fabian and Cedric want to add something, or your impression?
Well, I think the surrogates are amazing women, really inspiring women. When we did our second journey, our surrogate at the end, when we were ready to come back to Europe, she said to us, "I would like to say thank you." I say, "Wow, thanks, but I think we should be the one to say thanks to you." She said, "No, thank you because you let me helping you to create your family." And it was really inspiring, and I think I was really touched by her kind words. I also understood maybe a bit more why our first surrogate was always happy to get some news from us. We send pictures, and it's always a good reminder. It always reminds her the good thing she's done for us. And when you're going to meet your surrogate as intended parents, you got already something in common. You got a common project. The surrogate, a family, want to help to create a family, and you're looking for some help because you're a gay couple, because you're a straight couple with infertility, you can have children on your own. So you need some help. So when you meet your surrogate, you got already something in common. And I think it's highly important to protect all these parties involved. The intended parents, obviously, but also the surrogate. The surrogate doesn't want any legal rights. What she wants is to be sure not to have legal rights, and that she's carrying a child for parents legally recognized. And it's obviously highly important as well to protect the child. So that's why we can work on the child interest principle legally.
Quickly, 3 things. First of all, thank you. Our children are doing well. And that's the most important. And even if the law in every different countries is not necessarily fully giving all of the rights, we're getting there. So we have to get into a hope on that and making sure that we continue that. And to be able to continue that, we need to continue to educate people about surrogacy, because when population is educated and is in favor of something, then the law afterwards will make sure that they will make concrete this thing. That's the first thing. The second thing is that for you intended parents here, take the time to have the research, to review all of these different research and these different things. I think we had this conversation about compensate, do not compensate, etc. There's plenty of ways to build a family, and the most important is that to build a family that represents you and that you are comfortable with. So that's the really important. And the last thing is that enjoy the adventure. Because I think this is more than just a project or a process. It's an adventure, and it's an adventure that you will have with your partner, but also with the surrogates that will be in the future, I hope, for all of you, part of your family.
And as Cedric's surrogate said, thank you for allowing us to help you look at this. we will go into more depth into a lot of these issues over the weekend, but of course, in a little more, practical way. But the bottom line is what Cedric said. We're not trying to persuade you to be parents. We're definitely not trying to persuade you to be parents through surrogacy. We want you to be able to understand what surrogacy means and see whether that's the right option for you and in what particular flavor. And there are all kinds of different options. But we feel, I think what's common to us all is that there's a huge potential for surrogacy in allowing people to exercise their right to try to found the family. And our kids are not just okay, there are, we can't imagine the world without them. And we can't imagine you not being able in a position to do that. So throughout this weekend, we will try to help you. And I say we, I know it's MHB, but I know it's every one of the associations that are partnering with us. We're going to try to make it as, as possible for you to get the answers you need. So we'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you and good luck.